Hi there, I'm Chandra from Definitive Brands Group, and today we're going to be looking at one of our best-selling products, our 14-litre mineral pot filter. It's a very easy filter to use and to install, and it doesn't need to be close to a tap or connected directly to a tap because you fill it up as you use it. So it's a very practical filter for anybody who's not super keen on a more DIY system installing or connecting it to a water line. So today we're going to be going through the system, seeing what's in the box and having a look on how we can assemble it and use the system. So starting out of the box, you'll see the box does come with installation instructions printed on the box, which sort of step-by-step explains what you need to do with the filter. So here we have all of the parts included in your box. We have the base, the two different water tanks, your spacer, your top lid, and then your three different filters and your filter hanger. So very simply, we'll start with installing the tap of the unit. This is usually where most people, or at least where we have the most people that call us regarding questions. It's actually very simple if you follow the instructions correctly. So you'll see that the tap itself has got two O-rings. What you do is you remove one of the O-rings from the tap. You then take the tap and insert it into the bottom tap with one O-ring on the outside. You then add one O-ring on the inside of the tap. And then you use this to screw that O-ring firmly in place. So you want to make sure that you don't under tighten or over tighten this tap. Usually if you under tighten it, you risk some water leaking out. If you over tighten it, you also, people sometimes strip threads or risk water leaking out. But as long as you ensure that there's one O-ring on either side and this is firmly tightened, you should have no problem. So once that is installed, we'll start with the base of the filter. On top of that, we add the bottom tank. On top of that comes the spacer, which we put over there. After this, we find that we have a filter hanger. So this is what you screw your multi-stage filter into. After it's installed, it looks something like this. Before we install this, we have this, which are our mineral stones, which we'll place in the base of the filter. We'll then put our filter, our multi-stage filter on its filter hanger. We then have our ceramic filter, which is this unit over here. You screw this loose in the same way as the tap. It's also got two O-rings, one for the top and one for the bottom. So we'll remove one of them. Go. You then take this, you place it into your top tank, place the O-ring around it, and then screw it tight firmly. There you go. You'll then place this on the top of your unit, and then you can put your cap or your top lid on the filter. So it's very simple to install. One thing that we do find with some of our clients is that the top ceramic filter does restrict the water flow initially. The best way to remedy this is before you install the ceramic filter is let it lie in a bowl of water for about 10 to 20 minutes. That'll just make sure that the ceramic filter is saturated with water, and it will make it much easier for the water to run through when using the unit. So obviously when you are filling up the unit, you remove the top cap of the unit. You can fill this tank up to the top, and the water will filter through the ceramic filter, through a multi-stage filter, and then it will fill up into the bottom tank. One other thing to keep in mind is that there is no seal between these tanks. So if you're going to overfill the bottom tank or fill the top tank up when the bottom tank is already full, you will find some water running through and you might have a leak on the seam, which we want to try and avoid. So usually we recommend refilling the top tank when the bottom tank reaches about halfway, just to ensure that the bottom tank doesn't overfill and overflow. But as I said, it's a very easy filter to use, very easy filter to install. But if you do have any questions, you are welcome to contact our technical department or send us an email at technical@definitivebrandgroup.co.za.